You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show.
Oh, yeah.
Just getting into it.
We are. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV. I am Tom Connolly, and you are watching the AfterBuzz TV show for Main Event here on AfterBuzz TV. I'm going to say AfterBuzz TV all night.
Do it.
Sitting across from me, Markeia McCarty. How you doing, Markeia?
I'm doing great. Hey, guys.
Good show tonight? Good show?
Yeah, I enjoyed tonight's show.
Yes. And sitting next to her, he is the host of SmackDown After Show here on AfterBuzz TV, and on Legends House here at AfterBuzz TV. And what other show do you do? The Voice?
I do too much.
You can see him here 5 nights a week here at AfterBuzz TV.
I live here.
He is Christian Rosenberg.
And I'm back in my original home.
You are.
And I love coming back home. I love seeing how you guys are, taking care. I saw, you wash behind Main Event's ears. You keep feeding it well.
We do. It wasn't too good to us a couple weeks ago, but it's gotten better.
Well, sometimes they need to be punished.
Yeah. Well, we don't need to be punished.
We don't. I'm saying us.
No, he's saying we need to smack Main Event every now and again.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Just teach Main Event who's boss once in a while.
We do.
And we had a good one tonight.
Yes, it was a good
absolutely.
one. I really enjoyed this show. This show starts off Columbus, Ohio, with Seth Rollins coming out to cut a promo. He basically says he congratulates Roman Reigns on getting in the Money in the Bank match for the WWE title. But that he will pay for what he did on Monday Night Raw by spiking Stephanie McMahon's and Hunter's drink. But Hunter didn't actually drink it, just Stephanie did. I don't know what he did. Did he put eye drops in it?
That we never saw.
We didn't.
He turned and he was like maneuvering like it was putting something in, but we never saw exactly what it was. But it somehow made Stephanie pull on full-on Monty Python vomit.
Yeah.
Oh.
It
And
was
just like
disgusting.
shooting vomit.
It was really disgusting.
Oh, man.
And then he says, he goes on to say that he's the only person that can control Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, just because, Ambrose is just a lunatic and Reigns is just not kind of crazy, just
He's a
more
volcano.
Is that what he said?
He's a volcano.
Yeah,
waiting
they should
to
do that
erupt.
with Natalia, just the projectile vomiting, since they've made her pee herself, they've made her cry.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
They made her with a flatulence problem.
Yes.
This has actually happened.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Poor Natalia.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he says he's the only one that can control Ambrose and Reigns, and without him, they're gonna, basically suck and not do anything good. But he does announce
Not do anything good.
but he announces that there will be a second Money in the Bank ladder match for the briefcase. Finally,
Thank God.
2 weeks before the pay-per-view, we get this
Thank
news.
God. I was we were talking last week on SmackDown how terrified we were that we weren't gonna have an actual Money in the Bank match at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I was like, what's the point of the pay? That's the name of the pay-per-view.
You can't call it that if you're not going to have a match with the same title.
Exactly. And who was the first entrant in this? Seth
Ryder.
Rollins.
Oh, Seth Rollins.
What are you talking about? He's the bunny.
Oh, that's right.
And then Ambrose comes out and says, Rollins doesn't have to worry about surviving the next 10 days until Money in the Bank. He just has to survive the next 10 minutes. Ambrose attacks Rollins.
Oh, it was glorious.
Yeah. Ambrose in his, tank top shirt now. He's got a new look. Kind of like a greaser look.
No, he's all he's missing is Jimmy Wang Yang's cowboy hat. This is
Kinda,
exactly what Jimmy Wang Yang would wear to the ring.
Yeah. But Ambrose is a lot cooler.
Well, Ambrose is a tough guy wearing it.
Yeah, I enjoyed his movement in the ring. It kind of reminded me of the clickers from oh God, what's the game? Left Behind, The Last of Us.
Oh, gotcha.
The clickers. It's like, he's just the right brand of crazy for me.
Just the right brand of crazy.
And then Kane's music hits. He comes out,
Which
distracts
made zero
Ambrose.
sense.
Well, he's part of Rollins is part of the Authority, so why wouldn't Kane come out to help?
Because
his
Kane
fellow
should be
member.
selling the effects of losing a stretcher match 24 hours ago.
Listen. He got AA'd onto that nice padded stretcher, and he was fine, okay?
The impact of a stretcher match should put someone out of action.
No, listen, that was nice. The cushion on that stretcher couldn't have been more comfortable.
That
for him
was the
to
most
land
padded
on.
stretcher I've ever seen in my
It
life.
was. So he comes
next
out.
time, metal gurney match. How about that?
Exactly. Yeah, that would be much better. And Rollins gets the upper hand, and as Kane, approaches the ring, gets on the apron, Ambrose is able to knock him off the apron and escapes the ring, escapes them, and then Rollins is like, "Come on, you want to come fight now?" Obviously, because he's back up. He's more. I mean, Rollins didn't really back down in the first place, though, but he's definitely more confident. Having Kane by his side.
Wouldn't you be?
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously.
Definitely. So, what do you guys think of the overall the first segment of the night?
As far as the actual promo went, I was a little underwhelmed by his actual promo because he pretty much said like the same stuff that he's been saying. I'm waiting for him to bring up some new stuff about Ambrose to help me, light that fire even more. Obviously, the fire's already there because of the whole story. But even, if he's getting all this time to talk to Mike, just bring up other instances during your time in the Shield, how you somehow manipulated Ambrose to do whatever. To just keep building it more and more and more.
Yeah.
I am overjoyed that we will have this other Money in the Bank match. Seth Rollins is going to be amazing in it.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense for Ambrose to also be in that match, which will be equally amazing. And then it's trying to figure out who the hell the other people are going to be in it.
Yeah. I feel like, maybe a Ziggler.
I'm thinking the way they've been using Ziggler the last several weeks, I think they will put him in there. I'm curious if they're going to do something with either Rusev or Big E.
Yeah, I would think so.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
And I want some wild card, like someone you wouldn't expect, like a Fandango in there.
Yeah.
Just like some out of
Someone
nowhere.
to shake it up.
Santino.
Kofi will
Oh,
probably.
don't say about Santino. Let's talk
Kofi
about
will be
him
in
later.
it. Kofi will be probably in it.
Yeah, Kofi
Yeah.
will be in it for
So he
about
can get
3 minutes.
So he can get that one big spot and
Yeah.
kill himself in it and then not be seen the rest of the match.
Oh.
Yeah. Markeia,
Yeah.
what do you think of the first opening segment?
I agree with Christian that I was a little bit underwhelmed, but for slightly different reasons. I like that Seth Rollins is getting on the mic more, and it wasn't too long. It was a good length, I felt, for promo, but I just didn't feel it in his eyes. I mean, the camera was right there, and it's just... He seemed so affected by what the crowd was saying when they started, chanting Bryan and stuff. And it was just like, it wasn't there for me. It wasn't there for me like it is like with any of the Wyatts or with even the Usos. I mean, they are 100% there behind their eyes.
Yeah.
And I just think that he needs to go that extra inch, that extra mile. I want to believe him as a bad guy because he's set up in a really great position right now. And I just want to believe him more because he's got the wrestling. He's got that down. I enjoy watching him in the ring, but come on. He's getting all this glorious mic time. Other wrestlers would be like killing themselves to be able to get this mic time. So, yeah, let's see it here.
Yeah.
I want to see it right there.
Yeah,
in his beautiful browns.
I thought it went a little too long. I felt like there was just too many pauses, and I feel like if you listen to like Jim Ross's podcast, or they always say that a heel has to believe what he's saying to get the point across. And I mean, I do think Rollins believes what he's saying, but I think he had a much stronger promo on Raw 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
With Michael Cole.
And
this was kind of a little step down, but still good. It wasn't horrible.
Right, but I think kind of the reason of that is he felt coming out, this promo was a lot similar to what he said 2 weeks ago, so he almost might have felt like he was repeating himself.
Yeah. Write him something new. There you go.
There you go.
Boom.
That's the note. Write him something new.
Yes. So let's get to the first match of the night.
Oh, this match.
I can recap this match faster than the match actually was. Rusev kicked
12
Santino in the
seconds.
face, put on the accolade, match over. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That is what happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I blinked and it was over.
Yes.
Oh.
Here's my one dilemma. What is the big story going around with Rusev? It's the Russian worthless Americans, Russia #1. Who do we bring out? The Italian.
Yep. I had that written down. I said, I was like, oh, here comes Santino.
There goes the USA
Team
chance.
USA. Yeah, I was like, what?
Hey.
Well, basically, with Americans, we're pretty accepting with things. Like anybody against Rusev is an American.
Yeah.
Especially if they win. You know, it's like last week Kofi was against Rusev.
Yeah.
And that was it wasn't a punishment match, you know.
And he's billed from Ghana.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but he was an American in that match.
Yeah.
But
they were chanting USA last week. So.
I hated this match. How can you bring out Santino, you know, the super energetic, you know, love bunny, and we haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah, it's been
I
a while.
love him. He's so fun and he's great with his moves. I love the story that he tells just when he's power walking down the ramp. And then like 12 seconds, kick in the face, and then accolades. How could you feed Santino to Rusev?
Well, because they've fed Zack Ryder too many times already, so they can't go back.
And they fed R-Truth plenty of times, and they fed Kofi plenty of times, and they fed Xavier Woods plenty of times. Right. So it's like Santino's the next one up.
One thing there was two things I thought were funny in this match. There was when Lana was talking, there was only one guy chanting USA, and you could kind of hear him, and you're like, how are other people not just getting on board with this chant?
American.
Yeah,
it's proud American right there.
It was. I just thought it was funny. And
because
then
she had a slideshow. Everybody pays attention to a slideshow.
And Rusev is on the Russian Mount Rushmore. The Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. And then when Santino got in the ring, Rusev just pushed him, then he just fell to the ground.
Power walk.
Yeah.
I love that. I wish he just kicked him right there. Not even just kicked him right then in the power walk.
Yeah, don't even let him do any. Like, if you're gonna, destroy him that much, just get it over with in 10 seconds. I don't know. Do you guys have a rating for this match? Is it even rateable?
As far as for the story of making Rusev look dominant, it worked with that. So because of that, I will still give it 2. But 2 stars, but because you want Rusev to be dominant, you want him to destroy. To me, it just when you cut a anti-USA promo, you need someone from America to come out.
We need the Patriot to come back. Remember him?
Patriot.
Dale Welk. Was it Dale Welk?
Oh God, what was the guy's name?
I think it was Dale something. We need him to come back. He had like a red, white, and blue mask on.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
And yeah.
You can't be called the Patriot without that.
He wasn't around very long.
No, he wasn't. No.
And then I mean, you could have even had Zeb come out. With swagger.
Why are they not starting that? I mean, I guess because they're both bad, but it would turn swagger.
Yeah, well, think about it. Cesaro was part of the Real Americans, and
he did it the right way, though. That was what counted.
Yeah, I ended up giving it a 1.25.
Gotcha.
0.75 for the slideshow, and then 0.5 for actually seeing Santino. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I gave it a 2 just basically on the story alone, that it does, like you said, it does help, show that Rusev is that, dominant monster, and like, who's going to stop him? I mean, we saw Reigns take him out on Raw in that Battle Royal.
Royal, yeah.
So it's kind of, that was the first time we've seen him, actually lose anything. So it'll be interesting to see going forward.
Yeah, here's the question, because to me, it makes perfect sense for his character to become the United States champion.
Yes.
However, it makes no sense for him to feud with the Irishman Sheamus.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing the anti-American thing.
Yeah.
But that title would make perfect sense on him.
And I could see it. I mean, Sheamus having it doesn't really do much for Sheamus. In my eyes, it doesn't.
I love that Sheamus has it. For me, it's like part of the melting pot kind of thing, the United States Championship, and Sheamus is holding it. I think he's holding it really well.
Well, he's a good fighting champion. The thing with Sheamus is that title, the United States title and the Intercontinental title, are meant to be for a mid-card guy on the brinks of moving up to the main event. Sheamus is a main eventer.
Yeah. But he has, He has been, but he's kind of slipped back down a little bit. But he's still considered.
But any day he could just wrestle a main event.
I mean, he could win the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Not if he's a champion. If he's a United States champion, he won't win it.
You never know.
I mean, yes, Miz did it. Miz did it that one time years ago. They won't let Sheamus.
You never know. You never know what they would do. He has 2 belts. They do like him a lot there. He does rarely ever lose matches.
This is true.
I don't know. It could be interesting.
But he doesn't have to be pinned in that match. So.
And, and speaking of the Money in the Bank, it's Bray Wyatt, Sheamus, Del Rio, Cena, Orton, Reigns, and Cesaro for the WWE Heavyweight Championship.
How is Del Rio in this match?
I don't even want to
Del
talk
Rio's
about that.
won one match. He's won one match in the last 3 months. We haven't seen him in 2 weeks, and he's in the main event of this pay-per-view.
Well, he's got a strong showing for me. For when I see him in the ring, I enjoy his rage. I enjoy the story that he tells. I think he's pretty much cannon fodder for this particular match.
No, I'm not talking down on his abilities, because I honestly really enjoy his ring work. As far as stories and wins and losses,
I mean,
it makes no sense.
They need like another good angle with him of. Like, he's like, you know, was this aristocrat, you know, had all this money. Like, why can't they just, like, make him lose all his money? You know what I mean? Or do something different with him, of, like, him maybe having to go back to, you know, Ricardo and be like, I need your help, like, you know. I don't know, something.
I was just
new
actually
with him.
tweeting with a fan last night. Yeah, with Del Rio. We were chatting. And it kind of came to me, a great fit for his character now, because, you know, wrestling-wise, I think he's slowly starting to try to wind it down a little bit. At least that's what appears to me.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't personally know the guy. But I think it would make perfect sense of, we have no more Brad Maddox. Vicky appears to be on the way out. Make Del Rio a general manager.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That'd be
that
good.
would be
could
fun.
do it. The power with the money.
Yeah.
Triple H is yes man.
Like he like bought in, you know, he's like, you know, paid them off to, you know, be the general manager or something.
He knows how to work a crowd with a
I'm
mic.
going to say something terrible right now. Screw it, I will. He paid the WWE out of its debt. And they rewarded him. It was set up for me. I'm never going to get hired.
But it could be interesting. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think the match is going to be a good match.
Yes.
I mean, it's really up in the air. This is going to be a hard, when we predict this, I don't know who people are going to predict to win.
I have no idea.
I mean,
which is glorious.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it better. I mean, the obvious choice is, you know, Cena or Orton, maybe, but what's another title for them going to do? It doesn't help, you know, anybody else in that match, really, I don't think.
It doesn't forward anything much if they win again.
It's like we're going back. Yeah, and I thought it was funny where they're like, the Money in the Bank ladder match is the most important ladder match in WWE history. Yet I thought the one at TLC was the most important ladder match in WWE history.
Whatever the latest ladder match is the most important ladder match in WWE history.
I guess so. But let's get on. We see the Wyatts. Harper says, sometimes I see things that aren't there, and sometimes I hear things that aren't said. The only way to make them go away is to make them feel like I do. He said, Usos, your time is up, and you have what we want. And then Bray comes out and says, you know, the time has come for the dirty ones to soil the world. Tonight they will fall, and at Money in the Bank we will be standing tall, rejoicing. Follow the buzzards. Good promo by these guys.
I think this might have been the first time where I felt Harper outshine Bray in a promo.
Wasn't it great?
It was awesome.
He is
so
ready.
Good.
He is ready to be on his own. And
I don't think he needs to be, but
he doesn't need to be, but he can be.
Yeah.
I'm such a fan of Luke Harper. And obviously Bray. And Rowan's greatly improved the last few months as well.
Yeah.
He's finally winning matches. He has a finishing move now.
What is his finishing move?
Well, it's kind of like a mix of like the side effect and a Uranagi.
Oh.
He kind of sets him up for a rock bottom, but then drops like a side effect. But he was obviously a lot bigger, so it looks a lot more powerful.
That's cool, then.
Yeah.
Sweet. And then let's get on to the next match. Naomi versus Paige. We saw a recap where Paige beats Cameron. Cameron got some punches in that match. I don't know. That was a really quick match.
Yeah, funny that they put the two of them together in a match. Obviously, Paige would wipe the floor with her.
Yes. And this match was
almost every diva.
Yes. This match was very different than the match we saw on Raw.
Someone has some strong feelings about Cameron over here.
I think we all do.
I have stronger about Eva Marie.
Oh man.
I don't know. they're kind of both up there for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
I
you're
think that's
saying-
an insult to Cameron.
Yeah, you're saying a Cameron's the Eva Marie? No, not at all.
We all know what her favorite match is. That's all I'm gonna say.
Melina versus Alicia Fox.
Yes, but let's get
From
into
Monday
this
Night Raw.
match. Yes. So Naomi goes for quick covers, real quick, right at the beginning of the match. Naomi hits a monkey flip on the Paige, then Paige hits a monkey flip on Naomi.
It was an anything you can do, I can do better match.
Yes, Naomi hits a hip toss, Paige hits a hip toss. They both go for a drop kick and miss, and then they both do a kip up. Very impressive, I thought. Good way to start the match. Definitely get the crowd right into it.
Oh, yeah.
Them going back and forth like that. Paige ends up taking control. Naomi ends up putting Paige in this submission move, which I thought was a decent submission move because you can't really move from that.
Yeah.
That
You can't
spot.
reach the ropes.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, you can't reach out with your hands. You can try to roll over, but it's still kind of hard to do that.
Yeah, the only downside about that submission move is that if they don't tap out like Paige was doing, then it's like, well, you're going to have to try something else because even you can't move at that point.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to put, I guess, more leverage onto them.
Yeah.
If you're kind of sitting down like that. But Naomi, ends up letting her out of it. Goes for a pin, gets a 2 count. They both kind of almost like bump heads. It looks like I couldn't tell if they
that was the
really
plan.
did. Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was like kind of like how they were going for this or not. But Paige was able, started to get more aggressive. Hitting the knees to the face. Naomi then hit her with a kick to the head, hit a crossbody off the top rope, which Paige reversed into a cover for 2. Paige went for the Paige Turner, missed. Naomi hit. I guess this is like her finisher now. This kind
Maybe
of like
turn into the Eye of the Hurricane.
yeah,
That was what it
Is
used
that-
to be.
I was thinking like Scorpion Death Drop kind of thing.
Well, she kind of turned with the
yeah.
elbow. I
She
mean,
did.
we'll probably get a new name for it.
Yeah. And then so Naomi ends up getting the win.
That was
Shocking.
out of nowhere.
Yeah. And then Cameron gets in the ring and just starts going crazy like she won the match.
Oh my God. Climbing up on the rope, shaking her pom-poms.
And then Paige goes to, shake Naomi's hand after the match, and Cameron just slaps Paige in the face. And Paige just beats the crap out of Cameron. As
Naomi just stands there and watches.
Yeah,
Well,
just doesn't
she
care.
knew that had nothing to do with her.
Yeah, I mean, it was smart on Naomi's part, but kind of bad because you're like, that's supposed to be your partner, your tag team partner.
Oh, come on.
And you're not going to protect her?
Well,
Your partner put herself in that situation. She had no business trying to steal your win, trying to steal
But
your
you're a team,
audience
though.
stuff. Cameron was acting on her own.
Well, she was,
That's
yes,
the
but-
thing. If you can like flip a coin and decide which one of the Funkadactyls was the heel in this segment,
Mm-hmm.
because Cameron acted as a heel, being like overjoyed, acting like she won the match, and then
Yeah.
slapping Paige. But then Naomi acted as a heel when she wouldn't try to help her friend when her friend is getting beat up right in front of her.
Yeah.
So it's just like they're clearly on the verge of breaking them up, which is long overdue.
Yeah.
So now, but the question is like, where are they going with who? They better make Naomi the face of the two.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the
Definitely.
love of God, they better make Naomi the face of the two.
I hope so.
Naomi
I really
make a
hope so.
great face.
Yeah. She's already, I mean, she's already got the crowd behind her.
Yes.
And Cameron
Yeah.
is perfect to be a heel. She already has the attitude and like the sass.
Yes.
Like she already has that. She has that perfect, people want to hate her, or people can easily hate her because she brags and does what she did, jumping on the ropes and she wasn't even in the match. She didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And just acted like she won. So
Yeah, but I'm on Naomi's side with this. Like with Cameron acting a fool. Let's be honest, that's what she did.
she did.
Act a fool.
Yeah, and then slap Paige in the face. It's like, okay, this has nothing to do with me. This is going to happen right in front of me. I'm conflicted, but you know what? This isn't on me. This is on her. So, and even then at the end, you could tell that she was conflicted because instead of doing like a full-on handshake like she was going to do, it was just kind of like, all right, yeah, good match. All right,
Yeah.
let's go. All right, I
More
got to
like
get you out of here.
like a
Let's go.
High five kind of thing, yeah. But then even after as they were walking up the ramp, Cameron was like, "Why didn't you help me?" Or she was she was mad at Naomi for not helping her. So,
Does Naomi get a title shot now?
oh, definitely.
Oh, nice.
I say yeah, definitely. I mean, who else is gonna?
Well, they better give him more time at the pay-per-view because these two had a very good match. Like, if we were to rate it, I'm going to give it a 3.
Yeah.
But I know they can do better. It's just it was a little too short for me, and the finish was very sudden.
Yeah.
And with a move that we weren't, I've never seen Naomi.
Yeah, like I
really
don't know why
do.
she didn't do like the split-legged moonsault thing she's been doing. She has like a couple of finishers that she could do.
But they're all being used by other wrestlers. RVD used that split-legged moonsault, and Mojo Rawley in NXT uses the rear view.
He does?
What?
Which is sad.
Why? That's her move.
No, she shouldn't have to stop using her moves because they're using them.
I agree that she should use that over Mojo.
Have you seen her behind? It's perfect for that move.
Oh, I have.
It makes sense.
It's on my desktop. It's on my wallpaper. I'm sorry, what?
Now we're getting weird.
Yeah, this got weird.
Man.
But yeah, I don't. Markeia, what do you think of?
I gave the match a 4. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I enjoyed the camaraderie that happened between them. I felt like this was a match of equals, and I also felt like Paige was reading her moves like the entire time, and that Naomi did slip a win in with her, but Paige is going to be ready for those particular moves. Like maybe even Naomi did a lesser, what would it be, a repertoire, less repertoire for the very fact that she's thinking in the future, I'm going to get this title shot. I'm not going to put everything out on the line, because I know that this is a smart wrestler that I'm going up against.
But shouldn't you put everything on the line in hopes that you earn that title shot?
Well, since she earned the title shot, the point is just moot.
Well, we don't know if she earned the title shot,
this
but
instant.
yeah, but most likely she did earn. I feel like
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nobody else that could fight her.
I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I like the story that was told afterwards with the possibility of Naomi and Cameron finally having that split.
Yeah.
So
Brodus goes away and
everything
falls
Clay's
apart.
gone.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. We had a,
Yeah, Oksana's gone.
I did text Scott the other day. We had a heart-to-heart because there's no more 3MB.
I was so depressed.
Yeah,
don't get me started on that.
It was sad. But,
I'm still in
but
mourning.
Mick Foley did tweet out or Facebook a video that Scott's interview. This interview we did at WrestleMania.
I saw that.
It was in the video. I'm sitting there
Scott's
watching
appearance was in the video.
Yeah, I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, this is a funny video. And I'm like, I know that guy. I was there.
I was filming that.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was like, sweet, that's awesome. That was really cool. Very, very awesome tribute video. Whoever made that, it was really funny too.
It was really good.
But I gave this match. I gave it 3.5. I thought it was a good match. These are the two divas. If AJ's not around, these are the two I want to see fight.
Oh yeah.
Out of everybody, that are on the main roster. I mean, Paige versus Emma would be a really good match too. They had one at NXT pay-per-view. The first one,
Natalya.
Yeah, Natalya would be a good one against Paige too.
Yeah. So I think it's leading towards that. Hopefully they'll have a good match, and hopefully I want a good finish to the match too. I don't want it to be, if one of the Naomi or Cameron interfering or something like that. I want it to be a clean finish. It could be.
I want it to be dirty.
Yeah, it could be a dirty finish.
Wants it to be dirty, Tom.
I want it to be dirty
because then it could lead to another match at the next pay-per-view. At least keep this going for a little bit.
So what happens to Alicia in the mix of all this? Because we finally established a character for her.
Yeah, she went crazy that one.
I'm loving it.
One.
I'm loving what she's doing now.
They just kept the camera on her.
Maybe her and Cameron can join up together and become the new fucking
that's too much crazy.
Hey, I'm just throwing it out there.
That's too much crazy.
Throwing it out there.
No.
Oh, God.
Those are loan sharks.
Yeah. Then we get to, I don't know what's going to happen with Alicia Fox. I'm sure she'll, go crazy still after every match. Then we get a Raw recap. Cena versus Kane in a stretcher match. If Cena wins, he gets into the Money in the Bank match. Cena now uses his patented throwing of the steel steps to hit Kane in the face. That's his sledgehammer now.
Seventh move of doom.
Yes. Triple H has the sledgehammer. He has the steel steps now.
From the ring.
Yes, from the ring.
That looked great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
It is cool when he does. As much as I'm not a big Cena fan, I think it looks really cool to do that. Cena obviously gets the win. Stretcher matches are weird matches to have, I think.
And
it's a weird concept.
When we now have stretcher matches and ambulances matches, pick one.
Yeah, I don't know. But, Cena wins. He gets in the match. This SmackDown, it's going to be Cena, Reigns, and Sheamus versus Cesaro, Wyatt, Orton, and Del Rio in a 3-on-4 handicap tag match. That should be a good match.
A 3-on-4 handicap match?
Nah, nobody should do a handicap match. No one should sign on for that.
And then we Christian, you don't know, we have this segment on Main Event now.
New segment.
That Markeia has started. It's called Go Behind with Renee Young.
Oh!
And each week now we've been getting Renee Young on Main Event, which has been awesome.
And we get to go behind Renee Young.
Yes. And there's a guy out there that makes memes of this and sends it to us, which are awesome.
So this week it was Sheamus and the Usos.
Yes.
Yes.
An interesting one. Last week it was Summer Rae. This week it's Sheamus and the Usos. Sheamus talks about
Summer Rae one might be interesting.
Yeah, it could be.
Go on.
But Sheamus, talks about how I just wrote Sheamus, blah, blah, blah. I'm the Irish John Cena.
Yes, that's what he said.
That's exactly what he said.
That's what he said in his glorious accent.
He came out and said, hey, fella, I want to fight. Bottom line is what he said. And then he said that the Wyatts are crazy, but the Usos and himself are crazier. Jay says that, they use the ladder to take out Rowan.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll be the other Uso.
3 times. They hit the double super kick. Sheamus threw it out.
The other one.
Did Sheamus throw it in there? Yeah, Sheamus threw it out of the ring onto him, which that looked like that really hurt to Rowan. That sucked for him. I
love how one of the Usos is now a hype man.
Yeah. Hey, gotta do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gets him noticed. And then they set up the
support each
ladder,
other.
and then they, both ran up it, flew off it, took out the Wyatts, and then they did a Uso brogue chant.
Ooh, so
Brogue.
Ooh, so
Brogue. And that was how the
segment of Going Behind with Renee Young went.
Yes, it was. Yes. Ended with the chant, and then
she looked very uncomfortable in
she
this
did.
segment.
Well, yes, she does in most of them. So.
God.
Oh, man.
And then we also find out on SmackDown that's Ambrose versus Kane. 1-on-1 match. Should be a good match too.
Will he wear the wife beater and jeans?
I think that's his look now.
That's his look now?
Yeah. Or maybe the black. Maybe it'll be black.
Black.
Beater.
Yeah, change it up.
And I did see a picture too that Seth Rollins does have new ring gear that he debuts this week on SmackDown.
That's good.
So
Thank goodness.
I
hated
like
last
it. I saw a
week.
picture of it. Yeah,
that was a major point of contention last week when he was wearing his Shield gear while he was.
I've talked about that on SmackDown, especially like the SmackDown right after he made the turn. I was just like, why is he not in a suit?
Yeah,
he's wearing the same garb. And then the next Raw, he was starting to wear the suit. But he's still wrestling in the same stuff.
Yeah, like last week, he had the Shield patch still on his vest. Like, just take the vest off, and you have, like, a black shirt on, and that still works. Like, I don't know, whatever.
He was like, no, I paid money for this.
Yes. For everyone out there, Seth Rollins has new ring gear, but we will see this week on SmackDown.
News.
And then let's get to the main event, Usos and Sheamus versus the Wyatts. Sheamus and Harper starts us off very hard-hitting, back and forth. Sheamus ends up hitting the rolling senton onto Rowan, gets the tag to, I think it was Jay. Bray then hits, Bray gets in the match. Jay's on the outside, and Bray hits a huge clothesline on Bray on the outside of the ring.
Bray hits a huge clothesline on Bray?
On Jay.
Bray's so crazy, he clotheslines himself.
Man.
And was still in control of the match.
It's amazing.
Everybody else is just watching from the sidelines. Does this mean we win?
Bray's so
Why
crazy,
did he
he wrestles
flip?
himself. Bray's having a match of the year candidate against himself.
That'd be sweet. And then, the Wyatts are in control for the majority of the match, getting quick tags, dominating Jay. Jay then ends up getting the hot tag to Sheamus. He comes in and clears house. Sheamus goes for the brogue kick. Instead, Rowan is able to get on the apron, distract him. He ends up hitting the 10 beats of the... What is it? 10 beats of the...
10 beats of the Bowery.
Bowery, that's it. I always forget the last word. And then Jimmy ends up hitting a crossbody on Harper for 2. Rowan gets tossed to the outside. Wyatt gets the blind tag on Harper. Jimmy...
And then he just kind of hunkers down and waits like a cobra.
I thought he was going to wait till Jimmy jumped to the outside of the ring and then grab him and then hit it on the outside of the ring, which would have been awesome looking. Ooh. But he jumped in the ring. As Jimmy was going to jump onto Harper, Wyatt grabs him, hits the sister Abigail, and picks up the win for the Wyatt family. Awesome main event for tonight.
Yeah,
that was a really good match.
didn't know what hit him.
No.
It was so fast.
Yeah, I think that's the best way for him to hit that move for Wyatt.
Just so quickly.
Yeah, just out of nowhere. Like when we went to Raw, when he hit it on Rey Mysterio that first time, that was awesome because it was just so out of nowhere, and you were just like, holy
He's
crap.
Like, what just happened?
Yes, yeah.
Can I see a replay? Anyone?
Can
Yeah.
he do it again at half speed?
Yeah, like him like setting it up. Just I feel like anytime now he sets it up, depending if it's like the very end of the match, you know they're gonna kind of reverse it and get out of it. So him being able to hit out of nowhere, that's kind of like the RKO being
I was just
RKO, the
just gonna
stunner,
say, is Randy Orton upset at this?
maybe, I don't know, probably not.
The out of nowhere is his move.
Yeah. It's okay. He'll be fine.
Okay.
He'll be all right. What do you think overall of the match?
I thought it was a very fun match. We've just saw this match about a week or so ago, but that said, I stopped. I mean, it's a fun 6-man tag. The Usos have mastered the art of getting all the Cena and Sheamus kids to love them.
Yeah.
Because they've come and saved them so many times. They're like, they're on our side. Ooh, so.
Oh, you saw that one kid. He's like, yeah.
And they've done a great job carrying it as like, hey, this is a tag team that the kids really enjoy now. And I mean, Sheamus is always Sheamus. With putting him with Harper and Bray, actually any one of the Wyatts, is fun because of the brawling style with all three of them.
Yeah.
Bray is just amazing. Harper's just amazing. So I can never complain about seeing any of these guys in a match, let alone all 6 of them together.
Did you have a rating?
3.5.
Gotcha. Markeia, what'd you think?
Well, I gave it a solid 4.
Gotcha.
I very much enjoyed this match. It was, I enjoyed the. No, it's like where can I start with this match? I mean, it was great. I really enjoy with the Usos, like their energy and their positivity, and then having them against the Wyatts. The Wyatt family. I love that mashup where it's just like it's yin and yang, and it's fantastic. And I want to see more tag team matches with the two of them involved. But I now, after watching them going up against the Wyatts, I so want the Wyatts to get the tag team championship now. I know. I want them to have it because I kind of want Evil to have the tag team championship, and then the Usos have to rise to the occasion again and get it away from the Wyatts. However long that would end up taking.
Yeah.
But I think that, like Christian was saying, they have the crowd behind them already. If they're not the tag team champions, they don't necessarily have to have those belts to continue having the crowd. And I want to see them climb that mountain again. I want them to go up against the Wyatts in that way.
Yeah.
So, but ended up giving it a 4. I really enjoy Sheamus. Enjoy the Usos, and Harper terrifies me. So this was fantastic.
Mission accomplished.
I gave it a 3.5. I thought it was a really good match, really good main event match that we've been seeing the last couple weeks. Been ramping up more and more. We've been getting more of a complete show with like a promo at the beginning, either setting up the main event or just getting.
They're not having the main event open the show.
No, they're not
like
anymore.
they've been forever.
No, the main event is actually the main event now.
Interesting.
Of main event.
Wonder how they came up with that concept.
I don't know. But yeah, I thought it was a great match between them. It was good for Wyatt to get the pin, get the momentum going for them. Especially because now it's going to be the Wyatts versus Harper and Rowan versus the Usos at Money in the Bank. So for the belts, so you may get your wish next weekend.
Ooh, we'll see.
It could be interesting to see. I don't know. We'll do our predictions next week, but I feel like there could be a change coming of, could Bray win the belt and the Wyatts win the belt and they all 3 have belts now?
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
That would be
But
fantastic.
hey, Tom, real quick. Speaking of change, you got a book over there that helps people make some changes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Can you wanna break that down for us?
Yes, it is by Markeia McCarty, the
Oh,
Evergirl's Guide
heard of her.
to Diet and Fitness. Have you? Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Me too.
Yeah. She's fairly popular these days.
Yeah, especially around here. But yeah, she wrote this book. I'm not sure what it is. Last week it was number 4 on New York Times bestseller.
In a week it became a New York Times bestseller.
Yeah, so
Oh, nice.
that's awesome. But it has lots of good tips and easy tips to follow. Just one of her big tips is to not tell people. If you want to go on a diet, don't say you're on a diet. Just you don't have to like announce it to everyone. Like I'm on a diet now, everybody. So you just wait till you eat right. You exercise. Then when people are like, "Do you lose weight?" You're like, "Yeah, I lost weight. Look at me." And then you can be like flexing your guns or something. I don't know.
Do that again.
Likes that guy. Whoa.
But it's also cool because there are like different little wrestling aspects in there. There's an interview with Stacy Keibler from Bob Backlund, WrestleMania.
And then there's also good recipes in there too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
I like that it helps you make a life change that's not too far away from what you're already doing.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's more about not like this quick oh, let's lose 50 pounds in 30 days kind of thing, or
that might not be healthy.
It's not. That's
not at all.
It's
I'm not a doctor.
take your time kind of diet. Just
It's like adjust your mindset and continue with your life.
Yes, exactly. So go out, pick it up. It's in bookstores everywhere. Put it on this side. Sorry, you couldn't see it on that side.
I see it.
Okay. Yes, go out, pick it up. It's on Amazon. You buy it online, so go pick it up. But I think that kind of wraps us up here for main event tonight.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
There were 3 matches. The promo.
A good main event.
Scott and Gabby Renee Young segment.
Yes, we get one every week now, so it's But Christian, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at CRosieVOC, and you can of course check me out this Friday night as I host AfterBuzz WWE SmackDown.
Awesome. Markeia, where can they find you?
Okay, you guys can find me on Twitter at Markeia McCarty, also on Instagram with the same name, Markeia McCarty.
Awesome. And you guys can find me on Twitter at Tom Connolly, and each and every week here hosting WWE Main Event on AfterBuzz TV. And hopefully Scott and Gabby will be back next week.
Well, if they're not back, can I be here?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And we'll see you guys next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.